Hiya there. Today's a little bit of a different video what I want to do for you buyers today. Now, the summer market's coming in play and I really want you guys to be organised when you're placing an offer and the next steps really of what you need to do, to be successful in getting your offer agreed. When you do place an offer, I've got a bit of a helpful tip, what I tend to use and what I've done when I've offered on previous properties me and my husband have bought. Now, what I tend to do in advance, I have everything ready. This may sound a little bit too organised, but I always have an email. I draft an email up which explains fully the position me and my husband are in, whether we're first time buyers, whether we're selling a property, whether we've agreed a sale, it's subject to contract on our home. So we go into detail a little bit about us, a little bit of personalisation as well in the email draft. In the email, what I also include is proof of our IDs, which is either a driving licence or a passport. Now remember, these have to be in date as well, so make sure when you're about to purchase a property, all your IDs are fully up to date and valid. And then what I do, I also add our proof of address, so whether it's a bank statement, whether it's a utility bill, so for your current correspondence address as well, just to point out. So you need those in play for all buyers involved purchasing a property. I add them as PDFs onto my template. And then the next thing, a very, very important thing, if you're not a cash buyer, you need your mortgage in principle. Some people call it MIP, some people call it a DIP, decision in principle, but this is extremely important. You need to have this. Now what this tells basically the estate agent is that the affordability is there. You've already looked into getting a mortgage for the property for the amount you're looking for, and you can move forward in affording the property basically. Do not go on site and do it online because the computer won't recognise whether you've got those PCP payments for your lovely Mercedes, or if you've got 3 credit cards that you're paying out, the computer simply will not recognise that, so they'll be happy to give you any amount you want. However, it's a mortgage broker that you need to speak to. Now, a mortgage broker goes through your incomes and outgoings, for you and another buyer if you're purchasing with someone else, and they really look into the affordability of what you can actually afford. Now, a mortgage broker is extremely important whether you source one, but we do actually have our own financial services within the company, and he'll be able to actually tell you, once he's gone through your incomings and outgoings, what you can afford, and do some investigating with the banks. Now, we hate saying this dreaded word inflation. I think everyone's fed up of this inflation word. However, the Bank of England and the banks are very, very cautious when borrowing on mortgages. So again, this is why it's extremely important to factor that in mind and go straight to a broker to get this in place. I know I already had this done before I start looking for a property. So when you're serious about looking, whether you've sold your property or you're a first time buyer, get your broker in place. Like I said, contact me. I can certainly recommend you to a broker, and then they'll give you your mortgage in principle. Add that as PDF on your template as well. So there, at the minute, you've got your offer, a little bit about you on an email, you've got your proof of ID and proof of address, and you've also got your mortgage in principle. In the email as well, discuss your deposit, that your deposit ready. What this will do is having all this information together when you visit and view that right property that you absolutely love and you don't want to lose it to anyone else, you can click the button and send it straight to your agent. Therefore, they'll call the vendor, put your offer forward, they have all your details. If it's accepted, it can come off the market like that, and that property is under offer with you. That's the best way to avoid missing out on your perfect property. So please bear this advice in mind. Like I said, it's worked for me many a times. Sometimes I'm a little bit too organised when it comes down to things like this, and my husband says I'm a little bit OCD with me templates, but it works. It puts us to the front of the queue. Make sure you're in a very good position first, get your offer template set up, put all your information on there and send it to the agent when you find that perfect property. Guarantee you'll be at the front of the queue. Now, I don't know what everyone else is doing for the Jubilee weekend. I've got a very weekend packed, and then I'm off to sunny Portugal to celebrate. However, whatever you do, enjoy your weekend and hope you enjoy the street parties and the garden parties for our Queen's Jubilee.